current Bank of Ghana crisis we're dealing with. Speaking exclusively to TV3, Dr. Dufour stated that the House has the power, that's Parliament has the power to address the challenges while maintaining the sanctity of the central bank.
The minority in Parliament has been actively advocating for the resignation of the central bank governor. Dr. Addison has been accused of corruption, malfeasance and misgovernance. On Tuesday, the minority led a protest to the bank calling on the governor to resign. Former governor of the bank, Dr. Dufour, requested Parliament to play a crucial role in resolving the bank's issues.
Parliament is a very powerful institution. You know that? Yeah. They are so powerful that they control the pace. You understand? Parliament can order the governor. They can order the Minister of Finance. When I was the Minister of Finance, I'm going there every year to present the budget on behalf of my president. And as soon as I put the document down, I'll be in their hands. Parliament could say, look, go back and tell your president, we will not allow him to spend more than 80% of this. They have the power to say so.
He criticized the central bank for sending its head of security to receive the petition.
I was expecting that the secretary and the team will be there to receive the minority of the leaders of the protest, because the secretary is the face of the bank. And the secretary would have explained to them, I'm here to receive this on behalf of the governors. I'm the secretary. That's our tradition. That would have calmed them down. But for them to meet head of a security, this was a security issue. It's very important. Security is so important in any environment, and so is the central bank. But this particular issue is a petition. What's a petition? Communication. Right. A petition is what? A formal written request asking you to do something, isn't it? So how do you bring in head of security to deal with the communication issue?
Let's get into the Wontumi Ken showdown.
Exactly, and internal wrangling in the NPP continues to deepen. Kennedy Agyapong's campaign team has hit back at the Ashanti Regional New Patriotic Party chairman Bernard Entwuboisiako, popularly known as Wontumi, accusing him of embezzling public funds. Chairman Wontumi earlier dared to have the Ascent Central lawmaker and party's flag bearer aspirant Kennedy Agyapong arrested if he threatens him again. Our Northern Sector Bureau Chief Evans Nkum has been following events in the regional capital, Kumasi.
It has been a busy day for journalists in the Ashanti region, moving from one press engagement to the other. But it all started on September 30, when the Ascent Central lawmaker is also aspiring to become the next flag bearer of the ruling New Patriotic Party, launched the second edition of his showdown walk in the Ashanti region, specifically the Kumasi metropolis. Of course, at a rally at the Jubilee Park, Kennedy Ohene Agyapong accused the Ashanti Regional Chairman Bernard Entwuboisiako, also known as Wontumi, of using his media house to verbally abuse some leaders of the party.
I dare Wontumi to make a mistake, and you will see men in this country. Our Ghana, what the radio station and television station, and what it did paying for them.
In what appears to be a response in waiting, Bernard Entwuboisiako, after 4 days of being silent, has responded.
You showdown, and the money trap.
Your showdown mantra should cease henceforth. I will cause your arrest if you threaten me again. It is the same thing you did to Ahmed Swale, and that will not happen to me. If somebody should be arrested, that should be you, Wontumi. In the history of this party, it is only Wontumi who slapped a sitting MP.
The street of Kumasi will be
Who should answer the questions over Ahmed Swale's death? Who heads the police council? So go and ask the vice president, who is the chairman of the police council.
Police. Ghana Police Service.
This should be the last time you threaten our candidates.
It is a police investigation in area. One of the bedroom, Vice President. And it is a Bobia Oku Ameswali, Uncle Vice President. Uncle Bisa. Now, one Kase, Yaya candidate, Aka Ameswali wants him to one Oku Ameswali. It should be the last time you make that statement.
But that will not end the story, because the campaign team of Kennedy Agyapong has also been accusing the regional chairman of embezzlement.
We have on record that there was an agreement in the party, by the party, that the 1 million per constituency that was going to be disbursed, the party was supposed to have. The chairman received 20% of that amount purposely to do party business, specifically to deal with police station officers, constituency officers, and regional officers. We are, by this press conference, calling upon Chairman Wontumi to disclose the whereabouts of that money.
We're going to have some interesting times ahead. William Evan Sinkum, TV3 News, Kumasi.
Let's speak to Professor Smart Sapon. He is a political analyst and senior lecturer at the Kumasi Technical University. Prof, thank you so much for your time. Is the heated exchange between Kennedy Agyapong and Chairman Wontumi an extension of the jostling for dominance by the two major blocs in the flag bearer contest?
Yeah, good evening to your good self and good evening to our cherished viewers. It appears so. It appears so. Largely, Wontumi has been attacked by Kennedy, maybe because of his affiliation with Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Before this contest commenced, these two were very good friends, and it is not far from understanding or thinking that maybe this seemingly enmity or attack that is going on may have arisen because one took to Bawumia and the other is on his own.
What will be the impact of these accusations and counter-accusations on the NPP as a party?
Well, I feel so sad for the leaders at this time. So I think there are three blocks now. The block that is not so worried whether or not the party stay in power or they go into opposition. That block is not worried at all. Then there's a second block that is so worried but are helpless. The polling station, the regional constituency executives, those who are actually feeling or seeing clearly that these guys are taking the party to position, but they are so helpless because the power is going in their hands. And the third group in the middle, who happens to be the party executives, founding fathers, people who are supposed to call these gentlemen to order, but have not done so yet. I don't know when they are going to do that. But the more it progresses, the more it affects the fortunes of the NPP. And this is the hard truth, and I'm sure they are aware of it.
We've seen Kennedy Agyapong's campaign team hitting back and accusing Chairman Wontumi of embezzling public funds, as well as Chairman Wontumi also coming out to bring back Ahmed Swale's case. Should these be investigated?
Well, if you listen to Chairman Wontumi very well, he was trying to say if threats are issued on his life, he is going to report, and that it was similar threats that was issued to somebody who failed to report that resulted in his death. Then the response from Ken's team is that because he also was having some land issue with one former member of parliament, the death should not be blah blah and all those things. So what I'm saying is that the Ahmed Swale's case is under investigation, and Chairman Wontumi has every right, in my view, to cause the arrest of anybody who threatens his life. And this was a caution he issued. The reply was, for me, misdirected because he was not actually accusing Ken of being the one responsible for the death of Ahmed Swale. But all in all, what I'm thinking is that, especially the embezzlement part, the one who presented the case for Ken, lawyer Kusi, is a lawyer. He must lead the case properly placed with the police and be ready to produce those documents he says he have, so that we get to the finality of this, because it was public funds made for some constituencies, and that cannot go to an individual like that.
Prof, quickly before you go, the party leadership has been silent on this development. What should they be doing at this time? Are things out of control?
About 200,000 people, those who are going to vote on them. In fact, their representatives gathered in Accra Sports Stadium and entrusted some power into their hands, so that in times like this, they will use the power. The waters are too high, they are boiling, and they should begin to use the people have given them to bring some sanity.
Prof, thank you so much for your time. And Professor Smart Sarpong is a political analyst and senior lecturer at the Kumasi Technical University.
Well, let's say a bit further with the NPP. A flag-bearer aspirant of the New Patriotic Party, Francis Adainimo, believes the New Patriotic Party is on the brink of disunity due to the discontent amongst members of the party's leadership. The party's presidential hopeful wants all grievances addressed to ensure victory in the 2024 general elections. He was speaking to Evelyn Tengma in an interview.
On November 4, the NPP will go to the polls to elect a flag bearer to lead the party in the 2024 elections. Ahead of the election, the 4 flag bearer hopefuls have been crisscrossing the country to canvass for votes. But it seems all is not well in the party, leading to the resignation of Alan Kyerematen. There have been lots of complaints about lack of unity in the party. Well, Francis Adainimo is one of the flag-bearer aspirants, and we have a conversation with him about his chances and happenings in the party. On happenings in the party, Francis Adainimo said there is disunity within the New Patriotic Party.
Anybody who will say that the party is so united now may be giving the false impression. After August 26, the party is shaking, and we all have to work on it. And so we are on the slippery grounds as far as the unity of the party is concerned. Mr. Alan Kyerematen has taken the decision to leave the party, and for me, that is unpleasant, and I would wish that it didn't happen that way. But that is his personal decision. And nobody should assume that it is only one person of him who he says he is leaving the party. And we need to see how we can address all the issues and get everybody recognized, respected for the battle of 2024.
He expressed concern that without curtailing continuous preferential treatment, the party cannot break the 8 as it wishes in the 2024 general elections.
Unity will be achieved if there is a precondition of justice being ensured. Once there is justice, I know that there's no preferential treatment, equal opportunity or fair opportunity for all. Then I know that I also have a stake in the party. Prior to August 26, we had the opportunity to advise that for the top echelon of the party going into this contest, let everybody stay neutral. Healthy competition does not require intimidation and coercion. It requires that delegates are given the freedom to express their will or their decision.
The civil engineer believes that the party requires a fresh and unblemished leader.
Looking at the circumstances of the party now, the party needs an unblemished and a unifying new face to lead the party so as to achieve our objective of breaking the 8 and renew the mandate of the party in government for 12 years and for 16 years.
Adainimo is convinced his chances in the November 4 NPP flag-bearer race are brighter. Evelyn Tengma, TV3 News, Accra.
Away from the NPP, President Akufo-Addo is courting the support of the Commonwealth to prevent coups in the sub-region following months of military rule in countries like Burkina Faso and Niger, with some leaders still under detention. He was speaking at the Commonwealth Parliamentary Conference in Accra.
600 delegates have been meeting in Accra to discuss pressing global challenges within the context of Commonwealth values, focusing on human rights, security, environment and gender, with the aim of enhancing a struggling legislative framework.
There is a big issue confronting the CPA today. It has to do with the engine of the CPA vehicle. That's the status of the CPA. And I believe congregating together and thinking through, will know exactly where to put this matter.
We are assured that when the King comes to address the House of Lords and Commons in a couple of weeks' time, there will be legislation in the King's speech to take the status issue forward. But I give you my word, both myself, the Secretary-General, and the parliamentarians of the UK will make sure, one way or the other, that this organisation will take its place with the international organizations of the world. After 110 years, we're moving forward. We're moving forward together. We're moving forward together as a family that is united in common values and common purpose.
African countries are facing significant challenges due to tension, political unrest and insecurity. Ghana's Speaker of Parliament and the President of the Commonwealth Parliamentarians Association emphasized the importance of countries being able to recognize warning signs.
Parliaments in the sub-region and in Africa in particular must try to understand the reasons for the loss of trust and confidence in the leadership of democratic processes and institutions that has characterized the recent spate of disruptions of constitutional order and constitutionalism in the continent.
Ghana's President and Vice Patron of the Commonwealth Parliamentary Association, Nana Akufo-Addo, urged the Commonwealth to actively monitor events on the continent.
The Commonwealth Parliamentary Association, indeed the Commonwealth itself, should join ECOWAS and the African Union in demanding the immediate unconditional release from unjustifiable detention of the democratically elected President of the Republic of Niger, His Excellency Mohamed Bazoum. Democracy and the stability that generally accompanies democratic governance are essential for the future prosperity of the African continent.
The conference ends on October 6.
Dialysis patients who paid the unapproved fees will receive free treatment on their next visit to the Korle Bu Teaching Hospital. This is the outcome of the meeting between Parliament's Committee on Health and the management of the Korle Bu Teaching Hospital. A ranking member on the Health Committee of Parliament, Kwabena Kando, says the Korle Bu CEO will appear before the committee when Parliament resumes.
We have agreed on certain things. One, we have agreed that, yes, they agree with me that it was illegal because it has not come to Parliament, and as it is required by the Fees and Charges Act, you would have to come to Parliament because before you'll be able to charge such a fee. And so they say that they admit it was an illegality, and therefore they have put an end to it, but they have put in place some internal mechanisms, okay, so that anybody who has paid that amount of money, when he or she comes the second time, probably they will take care of the person for free. So they have put down that mechanism. And they also try to explain to us that the fee they are charging at the moment is not realistic, and therefore we have to look at it for them. And that one too, we have told them to tell us what really goes into the charging, and then we'll look at what we'll do. But I believe that we must be looking at subsidizing the cost for the people of this country. I think we have to look at it. If we have a population of less than, 2,000 people suffering this disease, and if the people cannot afford it, it means that they have automatically signed their death warrant. You cannot live in a country like that. We have asked the CEO to appear before the committee in Parliament.
When?
you know, we are on recess. We have given him some time to put himself together and appear before the committee. Okay. Yeah.
What are we looking at when he appears?
Yeah, they will come with what they do, what goes into the costing, and we'll all think through. We'll bring the minister responsible for finance in, the minister responsible for health in. We'll all think around the table and see the best possible way out.
The Mental Health Authority plans to remove mentally challenged persons from the street across the country for holistic treatment. The initiative, set to commence in January 2024, is anticipated to cater for about 20,000 individuals.
The rise in mentally ill individuals on the street is posing a significant threat to maintaining cleanliness in cities and communities. According to the Mental Health Authority, the surge is due to increasing population coupled with inadequate infrastructure and funding to manage the rising trend. This is not the first time such an initiative is being rolled out, but CEO of the Mental Health Authority, Professor Adjoa Pinaman Apew, insists the new project will achieve the desired results.
Previously, we've had what we've called the Operation Clear the Streets. It hadn't been too successful because funding became an issue and then it became a burden on the facilities. We are coming up with a plan whereby the district assemblies and other stakeholders will be involved in it. We are looking at this plan being in the community so that, again, the community owns it, it becomes, society owns it so that it will be sustainable.
The authority is advocating for the inclusion of certain basic mental diseases in the National Health Insurance Scheme.
One of the things that we've tried to do is to work with the National Health Insurance Authority. We are looking at getting 4 of our disorders onto the benefit packages. We believe that if we get onto the benefit packages and some of these issues of shortage of medications and specialist care and so on at the community levels would improve. That we're looking at putting schizophrenia, depression, bipolar disorders, and then anxiety disorders.
Globally, celebrated in October, Mental Health Awareness Week in Ghana will feature activities aimed at raising awareness and improving health care. The 2023 edition is on the theme, Mental Health is a Universal Human Right.
Well, let's go to the Savannah region, because less than a week after the reconstruction and reopening of the Dolly Bridge in the Savannah region to traffic, an accident in the middle of the bridge involving an articulated truck has left commuters stranded. Mini and heavy-duty trucks are unable to access both ends of the bridge on the Wa-Sola-Bole Highway.
On September 17, flood waters swept away the Dolly Bridge on the Wa-Sola-Bole Highway due to heavy rainfall. After days of struggle, the road was temporarily fixed and reopened to traffic. Member of Parliament for Bole Bamboi constituency, Yusuf Suleimana, after touring the site, described the work as shoddy and a threat to lives and property.
There's a need for some work to be done in terms of filling the middle part of the road, because the long vehicles have passed through it for these few days. It has gone down drastically. It has sunk in, and that is also a threat to commuters, it's a threat to vehicle drivers, and it's a threat to human life. Indeed, some work has been done, as I said, but you realize that if there's any heavy downpour again, chances are that this place will be washed off again.
2 days after the MP's criticism, an articulated truck has been involved in an accident in the middle of the bridge. Commuters from Wa, Sola, and Bole are unable to access the road as they were left stranded.
Yesterday, another truck got stuck here. Look around you, all the people here were stranded. Nobody could travel to Wa or Hamile. We plead with the authority to fix the bridge for us.
It's live here on News 360. We're live on 2-3 Ghana on Facebook, DSTV channel 279, all across the world on 3news.com. We're back with the business news. Stay with us. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to demonstrate to you the superior properties of Flamingo paint. As compared to other paint brands on the market, we take equal quantities of Flamingo paint and this ordinary paint. We then dilute them with water. And now, let the test begin. The gentleman on the left is going to apply the ordinary paint, and the gentleman on my right will use the Flamingo superior paint. As you can clearly see, Flamingo has the obvious better hiding. Furthermore, Flamingo has painted a much larger area. You know, one bucket of Flamingo paint is equal to several buckets of any other paint brand on the market. Flamingo paint is made with superior formulation to give superior durability, superior hiding, superior coverage. Flamingo paint, simply superior.
Michelle say, fe.
Different era, better result. Time has changed and time has brought Kel Choco Toothpaste. Healthy gums, anti-cavity, fresher breath, and it whitens teeth. Kel Choco Toothpaste. Sankofa.
Yenchi. Kel Choco Toothpaste.
Happy smile.
This advert is FDA approved.
You are your own person, unique, one of a kind, special. That's why you deserve everything tailored to suit your particular taste, your preference, your needs. Just like MTN Just For You. You can get customized offers tailored to who you are. Dial *141# or use the MyMTN app to get to choose from a variety of offers made just for you.
Choose Sukasa for the highest quality, luxurious townhouses in East Lagoon Hills. 2, 3, and 4 bedroom in a gated community starting at $40,000 in Accra, Ghana. Sukasa, building on trust.
Wait a minute, yo! Is that my nephew? Wow, this place has changed, yo! Yo, Adra, look at you all grown up, yo!
Some things never change, like Gino's quality recipe that gives my food that rich color, unique natural taste every time.
Smells good, yo!
Hey, sister, we did what Ponsano and Casa, just like I remember.
Uncle, hurry up and let's open the suitcase.
Ajua, chai, na me shrink coin pa.
Best jollof I've ever eaten.
Wow, this is real jollof, mommy.
Gino dear, Emma Adriana de Ankasa.
Say Gino dear, fie ni fie.
It's delicious, yo!
This advert is FDA approved.
There are some moments that last forever because they happen only once. Like your very first day, your first day of school, your first successful bike ride. What's your child's next milestone? Auntie Mary's Gripe Mixture is here to ensure they smile through it all. Auntie Mary's Gripe Mixture has been keeping children smiling for more than a decade. From gastric pain, flatulence, minor digestive upset, and teeth and discomfort. Now, Auntie Mary's Gripe Mixture. Auntie Mary's Gripe Mixture is manufactured and distributed by Ernest Chemists Limited. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Whenever you fly to space or take your first step as baby, SoftCare always stays with you.
New SoftCare Space Series is rooted from space technology. Keeps you dry and comfortable for 12 hours long. Offers you the most effective protection during your space journey.
SoftCare. Protect your leap.
The business segment is brought to you by MTN, Pepsodent Charcoal and Pepsodent Herbal.
It's now time for the latest in the world of business, and Michael is here. Michael, tell us about Ghana's ranking on the Africa Trade Barometer.
Well, we've actually dropped from 2nd to 5th place.
Oh. Okay, give us the details.
Hello there. Good evening. Welcome to the business segment here on News 360. My name is Michael Lobodo, and straight into our top story, as Ghana's position in the overall Africa Trade Barometer ranking has declined to 5th position from a 2nd position in September 2022. According to the Stanbic Bank report, this drop is as a result of Ghana's business, as Ghanaian businesses continue to face significant obstacles in trade. The following 3 Business News Desk report has more.
According to the report, Ghana's descent in the rankings is linked to persistent barriers in trade, including import-export restrictions, tariffs, and complex customs procedures. Notably, 41% of surveyed businesses identify customs and trade regulations as significant obstacles hindering trade engagements within Africa. Experts stress the urgency of government support to ease the tax burden on local businesses amidst challenges of inflation and currency depreciation against the US dollar. These factors escalate costs as tariffs fluctuate during the transit of goods, resulting in unexpected tariff increases upon imports. Another vital aspect highlighted in the report is Ghana's over-reliance on Asian imports, particularly from China, constituting a substantial portion of the country's imports. Approximately 44% of Ghanaian importers source inputs from Asian countries, with 38% specifically favoring imports from China. Cash transactions, driven by limited foreign exchange availability, dominate payment methods for across-border transactions in Ghana, the report added.
Stanbic Bank Ghana has launched the 3rd edition of its Africa Trade Barometer report in its incubator hub in Accra.
The report provides a comprehensive analysis of the state of trade on the African continent, examining the enablers and challenges in facilitating trade across 10 key African markets.
In the other 2 editions, you saw after South Africa, Ghana was the 2nd. I mean, across infrastructure, trade openness, trade attractiveness, and all that. But in this particular issue, we have dropped to number 5. That goes to also buttress the point that whatever effect that people are talking about on the economy is really on the ground. So this data is not just data that are given to IMF or the central bank. We go down to the trader and they interview them.
Stanbic Bank believes that the report can significantly enhance the business environment on the African continent.
This report has the propensity of actually alleviating poverty in the African continent. It also has the propensity of making trade easy for our clients in not just the SME space, but also in the local corporate space as well.
As part of efforts towards enhancing intra-African trade, Stanbic Bank is also implementing its Stanbic Trade Club platform.
We seek to provide access to market, access to opportunity. So the Trade Club is an innovative networking platform and a market access platform that any client, any trader can go into the platform and access market information across 190 countries.
Stanbic Bank Group, the parent company of Stanbic Bank Ghana, has been ranked as the most valuable banking brand in Africa for the 2nd consecutive year.
A former finance minister, Dr. Kwabena Duffuor, has been preferring solutions to the challenges, arguing that government's fiscal crisis is a result of its insatiable appetite for borrowing and spending in non-productive sectors.
Ghana requested the IMF to assist its economy in 2012 in addressing issues such as rising inflation and unstable currency. Dr. Dufour stated that the country is currently grappling with a debt crisis.
The situation we are in now, our nation is a debt crisis.
Right.
Not economic crisis. Look at economic growth. We are experiencing growth rate. The last quarter is about 3.2 or so. One may say that we are growing at a reduced rate.
Right.
But the economy is growing, but we are in a huge debt crisis. So one may ask, how did that come about? And look at the figures. Between 2013 and 2021, as a nation, we borrowed about $15 billion from the Eurobond market.
Right.
In other words, we borrowed so much from the commercial market. Such funds are meant to move into self-financing projects which can repay itself. It's not meant to balance the budget.
He emphasized the necessity for government to invest in the appropriate areas to effectively manage the crisis.
The cocoa earnings, the gold earnings, the oil together cannot even service our import bill. You know that?
Yes.
So if the three major export items, the total earnings cannot service your import bill, and you have borrowed in dollars, how do you service the loans in dollars outside? You can only do that if you had invested in projects which are earning enough to take care of themselves.
And that'll be all for the business segment here on News 360. Our website, 3news.com, has more stories for you. My name is Michael Obudu. Thank you for watching. As always, please stay safe. Up next, sports.
Pepsodent introduces charcoal and lemon essence. The unique combination of natural essences whitens teeth naturally for you and family, because every smile matters. New Pepsodent Herbal. Introducing a unique combination of herbal extracts in an antibacterial toothpaste for strong teeth and healthy gums that protects your family and you. Every smile matters.
You are your own person, unique, one of a kind, special. That's why you deserve everything tailored to suit your particular taste, your preference, your needs. Just like MTN Just For You. You can get customized offers tailored to who you are. Dial *141# or use the MyMTN app to get to choose from a variety of offers made just for you.
This is a groundbreaking collaboration that has changed the game for Ghanaians. DVLA has partnered with Ghana Post to bring unprecedented convenience and accessibility to our valued customers. Under this agreement, your driver's license will be delivered to you anywhere in Ghana upon your request. Our aim is to provide our customers with seamless customer-friendly services, and this collaboration has brought us a step closer to achieving that. So, take advantage of this partnership and get your driver's license delivered to you wherever you are. DVLA, your safety, our concern. This advert is brought to you by DVLA and Ghana Post.
My head really aches, feeling cold and feverish.
Sorry. I know the solution to your problem. It is Procode.
Procode? I bought some 3 days ago, but I'm not seeing any improvement. You can even have a look.
Let me look at it. This is fake. Let's go to the drugstore. Please, we want Procode. No, not this.
Oh, but this does the same work, and it's even far cheaper.
No, we insist you give us Procode from Kojak. I don't understand why people give this fake Procode, and where they don't give the fake one, then they give you a similar one with a different name and tell you it works the same. But it is not so. The only Procode we know is from Kojak. If it's not Procode from Kojak, then we won't accept it.
Wow! So this is the original Procode. It has the logo and Kojak boldly written on it.
Yes, for quick and effective relief from headache, flu, nasal congestion and other feverish conditions, insist on Procode from Kojak.
Procode, K-O-J-A-C-H. Procode.
This advert is FDA approved.
Are you tired of struggling with bad financial situations? At Quick Credit, we understand the difficulties that come with transitioning to a better one. That's why we're here to simplify the process for you. With loan facilities of 1,000 cedis and upwards, all you have to do is call and we will take care of the rest. All you need is your national ID, no savings, no collateral, no susu, no deposits, and no account opening required. Quick Credit has you covered. Whether you're expanding a business, starting a new one, facing an emergency like school fees or funeral expenses, or even just in need of a salary loan. Call Quick Credit today, 0302 200 390 or 059 692 0833. We do not give loans via the internet. Quick Credit is regulated and licensed by the Bank of Ghana. Terms and conditions apply. Quick Credit. Lending made simple.
Sports segment is brought to you by
Bell Pack Tissues.
Orekwam Pofo is here. And today, are you and Baba Rahman are not in the list for the friendlies?
Yeah, friendly games against Mexico and USA.
I see. Do you have any reason why Chris Hughton decided to?
Well, he's not had a press conference yet, and so we can only do some bit of conjecture. But for Andre, we know he doesn't have a squad yet, and that could have played a role in it.
Right. But he's still the captain.
Substantively, yes.
All right. Let's get into what you have then.
And so let's head straight into the squad released by Chris Hughton for this month's international friendlies against Mexico and the United States of America. My colleague Billy Sean takes a look at the squad, highlighting some of the stuff to look forward to.
Chris Hughton has named a 23-man squad for the friendlies against Mexico and the United States of America, which will happen later this month. But there has been some changes that he's made as compared to the last call-ups. First of all, Captain Andre Ayew has been dropped. Now, he came on as a substitute against Liberia in Accra, and he has been a free agent since the 1st of July and is yet to find a new club. But there's also some good news because Vice Captains Thomas Partey and Daniel Amati have returned. Both players were injured and could not make the last call-ups, but now they have returned and they are available to play. Tariq Lamptey has also returned to the squad for the first time since March. He struggled with a knee injury in the last few months, but he has been in fine form since his return at club level with Brighton and Hove Albion. Also, there's only one local player who has been called this time. It's Hamid of Midiama SC. Previously, there was Jonathan Sowa with Hamid in the squad, but both players could not make it. It's only Hamid who made it, and it could be because Midiama have a friendly game against DC United, which will be a few hours before the game against Mexico in the 14th of October. And Ghana will also be playing against USA in the 18th of October later this month. Chris Hughton will be hoping to get some positive results from both matches.
Well, some key highlights from the squad released by Chris Hughton, but let's do some more here, where hundreds of protesters earlier today marched to the Ghana Football Association office in Ridge, Accra, as they called for better leadership ahead of the elective Congress in Tamale on Thursday. 3 Sports Billy Sean has more updates after he visited the Secretariat.
So we are gathered here at the GFA premises where some people from the forum have come to protest against the current administration of Keto Kreku at the GFA. They started at the Akweje interchange and made all their way to the Ministry of Youth and Sports to make their voices heard, and now they are at the GFA premises also making their voices heard. Why are you here doing this protest?
Oh, I'm here for Okrekumante. That's why he's doing. He wants to do the football as politics. It will not be fair. Football is not for politics. We are the youth. We know how to play ball. You want to give us a chance so that we can enjoy and play the ball. Yes, give us a chance.
I'm personally here because Kets is making our football league very bad, especially the coast league. But now, when you are a young guy playing coach football, you see it as nothing.
So the leader of the Social Justice Forum, that is Alhassan Yahya, has called upon FIFA to step in and then make sure that there is a change in Ghana football.
GFA is going to have new faces. The current administration, they are corrupt. It's a cabal. If you like, it's the same continuation of Kwesi Nyantakyi, who has been sanctioned by FIFA. And I'm calling on FIFA. Silence is betrayal. Omission is a crime. FIFA, Africa is crying, Ghana is crying. Help us to fight corruption.
Some people have made their voices heard. Will there be a change in Ghana football? Only time will tell. Bill Shen from the GFA headquarters, Accra.
Or let's move on to some other stories. Where Morocco, Spain and Portugal will host the 2030 World Cup, but the opening 3 matches of the tournament will be played in Uruguay, Argentina and Paraguay. A South American bid had been put forward to host the entire tournament to mark the centenary of the very first World Cup, and FIFA said on Wednesday that the decision to award Uruguay, Argentina and Paraguay the opening games was part of the tournament's 100th anniversary. All 6 countries will qualify automatically for the tournament, and it will be the first time that the Mundial will be held across 3 different continents. But before we go, let's just bring you some updates of Champions League games currently being played. Barcelona lead by 1-0 against FC Porto. Newcastle, first home game in the Champions League for over 20 years, are beating Paris Saint-Germain by 2-0. And Man City lead away at Leipzig by 1-0. That's how we'll be wrapping up the sports segment here on News 360. My name is Oreku. The bulletin continues with entertainment right after this break.
Hello, my friends. My name is Calcate Toothpaste.
Wow.
I was made to be gentle on your gum, but protected. I will protect your teeth from cavity, make your teeth whiter, stronger, keep your mouth fresh all day. And best of all, I'm strawberry flavored. So put on a smile and try me.
That's amazing.
Just try me. That's my job.
If you say so, jump on my brush. Makes your teeth stronger, chicky whiter, chicky stronger. Yay! You did it!
I'm glad you like your new toothpaste. Don't forget to brush both day and night.
Calcates. Happy smile.
Wait a minute, yo! Is that my nephew?
Wow!
This place has changed, yo! Yo, Ajwa, look at you all grown up, yo!
Some things never change, like Gino's quality recipe that gives my food that rich color, unique natural taste every time.
Smells good, yo!
Hey, sister, with the wapun sano and kasa, just like I remember.
Uncle, hurry up and let's open the suitcase.
Ajua, chai, na me shrink quite far.
Best jollof I've ever eaten.
Wow, this is real jollof, mommy.
Gino dear, Emma Adriana de Ankasa.
Say Gino dear, fie. It's delicious, yo!
This advert is FDA approved.
Water is life. Water gives life. Water moves through nature in a never-ending cycle. Observe the beauty of water as it flows all around us, refreshing and restoring. Gaze in wonder at the stillness and beauty of nature. There's harmony in nature everywhere around. Water revitalizes the body and keeps you going strong. Water is life. Water gives life. Drink Awake Purified Drinking Water. One for life. So relax and unwind, and in the calmness of nature, find the rest you desire. For every bottle of Awake you buy, an amount to be donated to the National Cardiothoracic Center. This advert is FDA.
Hello again. In more news tonight, Deputy Speaker for Botswana and leader of the delegation for the Commonwealth Parliamentary Association Conference, Pono Pearson Patson, has lauded the Bisa Abrewa Museum concept in Sekandi for its accurate portrayal of Africa's history. Pearson Patson made this observation during an interview after delegates and participants attending the 66th Commonwealth Parliamentary Conference had visited the museum.
About 50 delegates and participants from the 66th Commonwealth Parliamentary Conference in Accra visited the Western region to tour the facility. Ghanaian filmmaker Kwawansa, the museum's founder, discussed the historical background of some of its work.
Today in Africa, something is happening that is changing us. Something some of us benefited, the grandmother. Our grandmother, if you read what is written here, it says, where is our grandmother who told us the inspirational stories to strengthen our growth? Has society consigned her to the witches' camp?
Deputy Speaker of Botswana, Pono Pearson Patson Mathodi, expressed emotional sentiments about the exhibits.
We meet with our wives at urban areas and we make children there, we make modern life there, and our children do not understand, do not even know how we were brought up, and we deny them these chances of knowing what our original attachments are.
Manager at the Office of the Chief Whip of the NCOP at the Parliament of the Republic of South Africa.
Entertainment news segment is brought to you by Awake Purified Drinking Water, GTP, Lifestyled, Vodafone, Further Together, and powered by 3 Entertainment.
It's now time for entertainment news, and guess who we have here in the studio? The pride of the Northern region, Nura.
Hello, Portia.
Hello, you're looking great tonight.
Thank you.
How are you gearing up for Sunday's grand finale?
Preparations are going on well.
Okay.
I would want to urge everyone watching to make their way to the National Theatre come this Sunday, as the grand finale promises to be an exciting and thrilling one.
All right.
So come, let's make history together.
All right, give us the latest in entertainment news.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Nura from the Northern region in this year's Ghana's Most Beautiful competition. Now it's time for entertainment news. The clock is fast ticking to the grand finale of the 2023 Ghana's Most Beautiful. The Brong-Ahafo region is yet to win the enviable crown in the 17 years history of the show. The pride of the Bono region, Kwatima, is hoping to leave a legacy as the first lady to win the prestigious crown for the region.
How has the journey been, especially looking at your story and the number of times you've tried?
Frankly speaking, it has not been easy right from the auditioning stage. You have to put yourself together, learn ahead, research, and bring out the best because you don't want your region as well as yourself to fail. So yes, it has never been easy. But we are sailing through, and this far by grace.
Of course, and when we're talking about the Bono region over the years, the region hasn't been able to claim the crown. What do you think you're going to do differently to ultimately claim the crown and probably become the first person from that side to win the crown?
First of all, I'm going to say a very big thank you to my previous queens. They did really well. But this year, with the help of my fans, the votes, I am going to work hard. I am going to bring out the talent, the best in me, so that this year, God willing, the crown will surely come to the Bono region.
The entire journey, what has been your highlights?
First of all, I'll talk about the opportunity itself. It's a highlight for me. And meeting people that I've always wanted to meet.
Life after Ghana's Most Beautiful. That is when you win the crown. What are some of the projects you intend to tackle?
I am going in to be the voice of the talented but needy in the Bono region. I've realized that in my region, sometimes it is not even about money or exposure. People have talent. But then the mentorship is not there. We do not have a particular place where people with such talent can be groomed or can be mentored into what exactly they want to be. And so that is what I want to do after GMB, being the voice of the talented but needy.
Talking about the finale, what is Kwatima bringing on?
Because like I said, we have to take the crown to the Bono region. And you know what I'm bringing on board? Should I even tell you? The surprise will come on that day. But then look forward to a section where you'll be educated about the Bono region. It is enriched in culture. It is a land full of tradition. And so look forward for that.
Your people are watching, your chiefs, your family, your friends, your loved ones who have supported you from day one. It's that final week. What do you have to tell them?
My people of Ghana, people of Bono money. Ye dear, Pennyfo Beka say we nim pompons when ye drew. This is the climax of everything. And so as I am bringing my A game, bring your A votes, so that together we will bring the crown to the Bono region.
And that was Kwatima. Still in the studio is Nura from the Northern region. What are you telling your folks back home, those watching you right now?
Right, so I'd like to wish all the people in the Northern region a happy Damba Festival, as today marks the celebration of the Damba Festival. Netuyumpale. And I would want to urge them that as they celebrate, they remember to vote massively for me to eventually take the crown back to the Northern region by dialing the short code *713 *13 #.
Thank you so much, Nura. All the best on Sunday.
Thank you so much.
Good stuff. Well, coming up, international news.
Around 400 people in Egypt have been arrested over riot incidents over President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi announced that he would run for a third term, according to local media. President Sisi's remark on Tuesday sparked a rare display of public anger. Viral social media videos captured protests in the northwestern city of Massa Matroth. In the footage, people can be heard chanting Sisi out and calling for his decade-long regime to fall. Other videos showed clashes between demonstrators and the police.
There's more news on 3news.com. Make some time and visit 3news.com. I said for News 360, I am Alfredo Conce.
I am Portia Gabodu. Join Alfredo Conce at 10 p.m. for Ghana Tonight. Have a lovely evening.